Hello crafty friends, welcome to today's Die Cut December 2024 video. Today I'm going to make a love themed card for you. We're in the L's now when it comes to themes, and I'm going to use this die and I'm going to follow this sketch. Feel free to take a screenshot now if you'd like to keep a copy for yourself. I've just had a flick through of my tags that we made on Saturday, my tag library. And I've decided that I want to put some texture paste through a stencil today. So I've got some clear transparent gloss texture paste. It's white at the moment, but it will dry clear. I'm going to add a little bit of this Copper Blaze Cosmic Shimmer powder. No, shimmer spray, something like that. I don't want to add too much because I don't want to dilute the paste and make it runny. But I just want a subtle colour. I've got a panel of smooth white card here and I'm going to cover as much of it as I can in my texture paste. This stencil has hearts tumbling down and they get bigger as they go down. I'm not going to use the whole panel. I'm going to select an area from it. But I'm going to paste the whole panel because I may as well, because I can always use it at a future date. Got a bit of scrap card here and I will spread out this leftover texture paste because that might come in handy. Something to die cut from, and I'm going to set this aside to dry. For the next stage I'm going to work on some watercolour paper. This is from Flying Tiger. It's nice and white. It's not the world's greatest watercolour paper, but it works well as a kind of robust mixed media paper. And I'm going to start by spritzing on some of this Copper Blaze, and I'll dry that with my hairdryer. And I think now that's dry I'm going to give it another spritz. On my sketch I've got 5 circles, but I'm not going to use circles, I'm going to use hearts. I'm going to cut 5 of these. I want to emboss my hearts with this crisscross stitch pattern because I think they look a bit like kisses. I've lined my hearts up so that hopefully the pattern looks more or less the same on all of them. And I'll run this through my Cuttlebug. And that seems to have worked really well. I hope you can see the lovely embossed pattern on there. So my background is pretty much dry. There's a slight tackiness to it, but I think I can work with it. And I want to select a bit where the hearts are pretty good. There's a bit of a splurge here, so if I take from here to somewhere up here, and to cut it I'm going to use the die that I originally used. Just shuffle it along a bit. Get those teeth locked in the right place. So that cut just fine. And that's about where I want the cut for the next one. Right, I'm happy with that. That should fit across there like that. So we'll use some tape to secure that to the card. And now these can dance across the front of the card. I've got those where I want them. I'm going to pick them up with some post-it tape. Now I'll put this on a card blank. Right, now I'm going to glue these down. I'm going to use high-tack glue because I don't want them shifting once I put them down. I want to stay in this orientation. For my sentiment, I'm going to die cut the words love you out of black card so that it really pops. I've covered the card in clear packing tape to make it glossy, and I've got these 2 dies. They're from the same set, but I want love and you, so I'll cut those like that. So I'm going to deviate a little bit from the sketch. I've removed the middle heart before it fully stuck down. I'm going to pop it up on foam and I'll stick that there like that. So it's got a bit more prominence. You can see the shadow And instead of putting my sentiment down here, as it says on the sketch, I'm going to stick it on top of this heart. I'm going to use high tack glue so that they stay where I put them while the glue dries. So I'm happy with that. I want to add a few black Nouveau drops though, to spread some of that black around. 3 above and 3 below, I think. Or maybe a few more. It gives us a little bit of a diagonal there, which is nice. Provides a bit of energy, stops it feeling quite so static. So I think that'll do for today's card, but I do want to add one more tag to my tag library. If you want to know more about the Technique tag library, check out my 20 plus ways of dressing up your die cuts video. So you don't just have to take a blank tag and add a technique to it. If you've got a technique that you've enjoyed and you've got a bit of background left over, you can cut a tag or whatever shape you're using and add that to your technique library. So we've already got one that involved spritzing somewhere in here. There. So that's our spritzing tag. But this one is going to be spritz. I can't spell, that's terrible. Spritz and emboss. So I'm going to run this through my Cuttlebug with an embossing folder. So that's now got the crosses embossed on it, but I'm quite curious to see what it will look like if I sand off on some of this. So this is just a rough old nail buffer. That's taken the shimmer and shine and some of the colour off of the crosses, but left the shimmer and shine on the background. So that's quite a nice technique. I could have done that on maybe, say, 2 of the hearts. So I'm going to put plus sanding on the back, just so I know what I did to the bottom half. We did do a sanding one. We did it on patterned paper, somewhere in here. There we go. And that was pink pattern paper, run through with an embossing folder and then sanded. So I might put this here so it's near it. You can organise your tags if you want. You could have all your embossing folder tags together or your stenciling tags together. And there we go, one card with a love you sentiment and one more tag added to our library. Right, I hope you've enjoyed today's video and it's given you some ideas that you can use in your own card making. If it has, please let me know in the comments, like, subscribe, ring the notification bell and see you back here tomorrow for another day of Die Cut December 2024. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.